So the Federalist is the name of a print outlet that's supposed to be the reasonable, moderate, conservative voice. You're about to see what that voice sounds like. Pedophilia isn't the main problem with Catholic priests. Homosexuality is. This is supposed to be the intelligent conservative outlet. So their arguments are probably even worse than the headline leads on to say. So they argue that, well, most of the abuse was of young boys. So it was priests molesting young boys. Now, I have no idea. I've never seen statistics on that. I have no idea if that's true. But it might be true. I don't know. But their conclusion from that is, because the molestation and the sexual abuse was of young boys, therefore the problem is homosexuality. So are you arguing that if they molested young girls that wasn't a problem? And there were instances of that for sure. So that's not a problem? And how can you argue that molesting young boys, so underage people without consent, that is akin to, it's like, it's the same thing as two consenting adults having some sort of a relationship or some sort of a sexual encounter where it's consensual. Do you have any idea how over-the-top, sloppy, and dumb your thinking is to make that argument? Because that's what the argument they're making. They're like, well, most of the abuse was of young boys. Gotcha. So homosexuality is the problem, see? Well, what about the young molested girls? Is that not a problem? And how can you say that when it's an underage person and there's no consent, it's the same as when it's somebody who's of age and there's consent? Oh my God. So they also go on to say how, well, a lot of people have made the argument that the problem is celibacy is warped and perverted and a problem, and the fact that people are trying to be celibate and abstain from sex, that then leads them to become, pedophiles or whatever. Now, their argument is hilarious because they say, that's the argument some people make, and that's wrong because obviously celibacy is a good thing, but obviously celibacy is a matter of freedom of choice. They're choosing to be celibate. So how can you judge that? No, but how can you judge gay people who are of age and consenting with one another and having a relationship or having some sort of sexual encounter? The same argument that they make in defense of celibacy. Like, what do you mean? It's freedom. That's the same argument in favor of homosexuality that they fucking scoff at and laugh out of the room. Oh my God, they're so stupid. You don't even try to make sense. You have these gaping holes. No pun intended with the term gaping. You have gaping holes in your logic. Okay, then, God, they go on to say that AIDS is basically proof that homosexuality is evil. There are diseases that are caught from straight sex. Does that mean straight sex is evil? If your significant other has the flu and you kiss your significant other and you get the flu, does that mean that kissing is a sin in the eyes of God and you should never do it? I mean, but you're not even trying. You're not even trying. And then finally, they speak positively about how, well, the taboos against homosexuality were a good thing in society. People used to fear that they'd get killed if they were gay. I don't know how anybody could cite that as a positive thing. I mean, listen, countries like that exist now. There are some Islamic theocracies, Saudi Arabia will kill you if you're gay. Do you really like that system? Do you really want to defend the Saudi Arabian system? Because that's sheer insanity, man. But that's what I mean, if they're being honest, they'd be like, yeah, no, I support that system over our system. But they even go on to say that they're against the 1973 removal of homosexuality from the psychologist's book as a disorder. It used to be listed as a disorder in the psychological manual. And in 1973, they said, it's not really accurate. Let's remove it. In this piece, they imply, like, no, we need to go back to making it a disorder. the reasonable conservatives, they're still stuck on this. They're still stuck on gay marriage. And this goes well beyond just get rid of gay marriage, because there are some people want to get rid of gay marriage, but they don't want to fucking, actively shame or make illegal homosexuality in general. But they go beyond that. They're like, yeah, let's make it illegal. Let's shame it. Let's fucking make it a disorder again. I mean, this is extreme shit, and this is what conservatives have put in what they think is their, intelligent print outlet. I have nothing to say except it's comically dumb.